talking about is the king centerpiece of every holiday table. This is prime rib, boys and girls. But not just any prime rib. This is Rastelli's prime rib. You may choose either 4 or 6 pounds of this luscious, delicious, juicy, perfectly prepared prime rib. And it comes along with a garlic herb butter. Now, why the garlic herb butter? Well, you're going to ice it like a birthday cake, and well, I could tell you the rest, but then I'd be stealing all of our guests' thunder. So let's let Ray Rastelli, our own personal butcher for now 47 years, sir.
Yes, sir.
In the butcher business, here to talk to us about this unbelievable holiday centerpiece. And Ray, may I say that we've already had over 12,000 orders taken on the day.
I know, it's amazing. It's amazing. And David, this will not disappoint. And the reason I brought this, David, because this is what I've been serving my family for the past 25 years on Thanksgiving, on Christmas, and on New Year's Day.
I heard you all are going to have 20 people at Thanksgiving.
Yes, always do.
And there are going to be 3 Rays at the table, I'm told.
That's
3
correct.
Rays. Yeah, you're one of them.
That is correct.
All right, so super excited about this, and I would also love for you to explain the cooking method because it just got really, really simple. And it got super, super flavorful.
It did. So let me take you first to the...
Can we just first take a quick look at this?
Yeah, I mean...
Can we just show you where you see juice, you see flavor? And that's a beautiful medium... Wouldn't you say that's about a medium?
I would say that's about medium, yes.
That's about a medium.
At 145.
If you wanted a little more done, eat the end pieces. If you wanted a little more juicy and a little more pink in the middle, then that's the way you want to go. Go right in the middle of that. Ray, that is beautiful.
It's still juicing, David, because it's Black Angus reserve beef. So I want to take you right there. Yes, I mean that Black Angus.
It's the Black Label box.
It's the Black Label box, and it's very, very simple to start, right? Because if you start with the very, very best cattle in the world, which are Black Angus, right, and you actually do the aging process that we do, this is what we do. This is a prime rib of beef. Now you're going to notice this has got the fat cap on it. It's got the bone underneath. But that's not what you get. What we do is we age this for 45 days, David, and that wet aging process actually, proteins and enzymes have a bit of a tussle for 45 days, and it makes it incredibly tender. So here's what we do then. We're going to take all the fat cap off of this.
You're not paying for fat?
Not paying for that fat. We're going to take the bone off the bottom, right, because you're not paying for bone. What you're getting is this beautiful, look at the size. This is the 6-pound prime rib roast. And what makes it so special, though, is that marbling. If you look at that marbling, which I call meat candy.
Because this is the cut that they cut ribeyes from, right?
That is, it's right. So we know my favorite steak and one of your favorites is that ribeye, right?
You love it.
So we think about it. You're taking that favorite steak and you're going to roast this to make that incredible prime rib. And I'm going to show you a way that it comes out perfect each and every time. It's simple, it's easy, and you will be the star right next to this prime rib on your holiday.
Well, Ray, I can tell you already 200 are out the door. This is beautifully simple because once you thaw the prime rib roast, Ray is also including 2 tubs of the butter. Is that right?
That's right. So when this box gets to your home, it's full box. It's got lots of stuff in it, right? So I'm going to have you help me, David. So here's your 2 tubs of butter, and I'm going to show you how you're going to use them.
And let those thaw.
Yep,
we want those nice and
let those
spreadable.
thaw. There's your seasoning. I'm going to show you how to use that. You're getting our 16-page guide, and of course that guide is going to give you all kind of tips and ideas on how not just to do beef, but how to do chicken and veal and pork as well.
Okay.
Then you're going to get probably one of the most important things, and that is this door hanger for your oven. You put this on your oven, and I'm going to explain to you why. You do not want anyone to open that oven because there is a delicious prime rib in progress in your oven.
And your house is going to smell amazing.
And look at the back of that, David. That's the recipe right there. Every step is there. It's 4 steps, as simple as can be. You're going to get the prime rib of your life. It's going to taste just like that prime rib that when you went to that great steakhouse and you had that first experience with a prime rib and you realized, oh my goodness, this is incredible. But this is why, because this is what that prime rib looks like.
Now, it'll be frozen when we receive it.
Just like this.
How long do you suggest thawing this out in the fridge?
Almost 3 days.
Almost 3 days.
Remember, it's 6 pounds. It's very dense. It's a ton of meat, but there's no bone on it and there's no fat on it. So you're going to eat from one end all the way to the other end.
So let it thaw in the fridge for 3 days and then put it on a rack. Let your butter come to room temperature because then you're going to ice the roast like a cake.
Just like a cake. And this butter, this is our garlic herb butter. This is a European style butter. We've got real roasted garlics and different herbs, and you can see them inside there. You're also going to smell how wonderful this is.
And if you have any extra butter left over, want to make some garlic bread, that'd be fine too.
Yep,
Yeah, that'd be
that's
fine.
it. But
no argument.
And this is really simple to do. Look, I mean, it's so simple. This is usually the job I give to my grandkids, right? Because you can never have too much butter, David. Right?
I love it.
So they can do as much of that. And while they're icing this roast, I've got my oven being heated to 500 degrees. Yes, 500
now,
degrees.
Ray, you also get this packet of seasoning.
I put that seasoning before I put the butter. I drop that
before the butter goes
the
on,
butter.
I take the signature seasoning and just dust the top.
Dust the top, and then the butter right on top of that.
Okay, good to know.
Now, also, while that oven is preheating, here's what I suggest. Take a cup of water and put it in the bottom of that pan, because that cup of water will help this from actually smoking. And if you like wine like I do, I always put the wine that I like best to drink. A little bit of that touch in there, Sue. And now we're ready to go. This is
So you put a little red or a little white wine down on the bottom.
just
whatever you love.
Yep.
No one's judging, as long as you're not driving.
A little bit of that water, and you're ready to go. Now your oven is at 500 degrees, so.
Are you ready to go in the oven?
I am ready to go in the oven. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this right into the oven.
And I'm going to find you some towels to retrieve the one that's done.
Okay. So that oven is set at 500 degrees, and all I have to do, thank you, sir.
Of course.
All I have to do is shut the oven, because that's a 6-pounder, 50 minutes. I set my oven 500 degrees for 50 minutes. At the end of 50 minutes, all you do is shut your oven off. Do not take your roast out. Just like it says, do not open that door for 2 hours, right? Just leave it alone. Now, the reason I give you that is not just a reminder, but every guest that comes into your house is going to want to open that oven, because your entire house is going to smell the most incredibly roasted garlic prime rib that you've ever had. So the magic of TV, we've got one in here that was in there. It's
So we'll go ahead and grab just that one and then close the oven door back up.
Close the oven door back up. So this one's been out here.
Now, Ray, if we order the 8-pound rather.
The 4 or the 6.
Excuse me, the 4 or the 6. So if we order the 6-pound, how many minutes in the oven at 500?
It's all on this card. So on the back of here, it's going to show you if you order the 6, 50 minutes. Okay. If you order the 4, 30 minutes. Now, if you go to QVC.com, David, I gave you a really great cooking guide. So I don't want you to think about what you really have to do here. All I want you to do is just follow the instructions. So you can see there, that's when you want to have dinner. So if you want to have dinner, for example, at 5 o'clock, it tells you exactly when to put the roast in. It tells you exactly when to shut your oven off. It tells you exactly when to open your oven and take your roast out. And when you take your roast out, all you let it do is sit for about 10 minutes.
Look at that. I just had to be a little part of the juice. Come on now. Where you see juice, you see flavor. Look at all of that incredible juiciness. This is the kind of situation that you could be serving your family this holiday season. Now, if 6 pounds is too much, do a 4-pounder.
That's it.
If you would rather do a 6-pounder and have some leftovers, that's what I vote.
That's what I vote.
Then absolutely go with the larger one, because you know what? No one ever says, wow, I wish I'd bought a smaller roast. No, because this way everyone has leftovers. We want to let you know that there are choices. Do we have those choices on graphic, Frank? All right, let's take a look at our choices again, because as Ray is making the jus for this, which is a fancy word for all the drippings and the gravy. What we're going to do is have you first choose your size of roast. Now, a 4-pound will serve how many people?
Will serve 8 to 10 people comfortably. You're going to get 10 to 12 slices out of that 4-pound roast.
Perfect. And out of the 6-pound?
You're going to get 14 to 16 slices. You're easily going to serve 12 to 14 people.
Okay. Now, then you're going to choose when you want this shipped. Do you want it shipped immediately? Yes, please. Do you want it the week of December 5th? Of course. And would I also like it to the week of December 12th? Absolutely. And then if you decide you want auto delivery, we have 2 total shipments. Your first shipment will come in time for holiday 2022. Your second shipment comes in March of 23 in time for Easter and your springtime celebrations. Free shipping and handling with both your shipments. And now you've got something amazing. Let me update you real quickly. In our 4-pound option, shipping now, I have fewer than 400 remaining. If you want December 5th in the 4-pound option, 4,000. And December 12th in the 4-pound option, I have fewer than 1,000 remaining.
Oh my goodness.
6-pound shipping now, 2,500. 6-pound shipping on the December 5th, Very popular, and the 6-pound shipping December 12th, I have fewer than 4,000. Now, we have that many or more people watching tonight. Whole lot more. This is your opportunity to pick yours up. What was that, Frank, that last update? 13,000 have now been ordered for the day. Now, Ray, I'm looking for a fork and a knife, which I've found.
Okay.
And I'm just going to go in here and have myself a little bite.
I'll let you do that.
Now, this is amazing. And I don't worry about the size of the bite because I know how tender it's going to be.
It will be tender.
I know how unbelievable it's going to be because I've had your prime rib so many times. Can you imagine for holiday? Center of the table, beautiful meat, 4 or 6 pound Rastelli prime rib cooked with all that herb butter. Ray, it's every bit as good as I remember.
Yes.
Oh my word, it never disappoints. This is something that even fussy Aunt Mildred is not going to fuss about. Everybody's laughing because we all have an aunt, whether her name is Mildred or not. Who's fussy? This is, my favorite is when they say, it's a little chewy. No, it's not. I don't know what planet you live on. All right.
So here's those.
So you're making the beautiful
jus. These are the au jus. Yes, we took the drippings from that prime rib, right, and all that butter, and all we've done is added 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, some more red wine, of course, that's never a bad thing. And in literally 5 to 6 minutes, I'm gonna have the most incredible au jus while my roast has been resting. Now, here's really the fun part. When you get this to the table, right, and your guests have been smelling it for the last hour or so, and they just don't know what to expect, here's what I want you to expect, right? Oh. Look at this. I'm going to go right through the center. I want you to see just what's going to happen.
Here it is.
And this is why.
How you doing?
This is why we do this, because every bite is going to be tender.
You've waited, in many cases, almost 3 years to invite people back around your dinner table. You are cutting into your holiday prime rib, and this is what everyone's greeted with. Beautiful, juicy, delicious, flavorful, incredibly tender prime rib. There are roasts, and then there's prime rib.
That's right.
This is what they cut ribeye steaks from. This is an extraordinary, extraordinary experience. And Ray knows of what he speaks. He's been doing this butcher thing for 47 years. There is one 7-star restaurant in the world, that famous hotel in Dubai that's in all the pictures that we always see. There's one 7-star restaurant in the world that's inside that hotel. They could buy their meat from anywhere on the planet. Bear in mind, this is Dubai, where if it's not rich, it's got to be richer, right? They could go to any place on the planet. You know where they buy their meat? From this man. Come right up here with the camera. This guy. Ray Rastelli is who sells the one 7-star restaurant in the world their beef.
And we're proud of that.
This is something so amazing. So you know what? This is something that you are going to be proud of, that you're going to tell family about. Family's going to tell friends about. They're all going to wonder, why didn't I get an invitation for dinner? Well, maybe next year. This is what it's all about. Don't miss out on this opportunity. And this is beautiful. Great for leftovers, great for serving just here on a platter. However you're looking to serve it. You also have some beautiful side dishes, I understand.
We do. We've got some wonderful traditional steakhouse side dishes, and then of course holiday dishes. And what I love about most is when you cut this steak, and I've cut this roast right in the center, you can actually notice how tender it's going to be. Look at how beautiful the texture is on this particular steak. It's going to be incredible to the bite, but it's going to be juicy. It's going to be incredibly flavorful, that's for sure.
And everyone that orders a roast tonight will get it in the Black Label Reserve box. This is something very special. And Rastelli doesn't serve the Reserve collection to just any customer. You've got to be a special customer. And that's what makes this so great. Now, I will tell you, you're choosing either a 4 or a 6-pound roast. Here are the 4 and the 6-pound roasts. We're getting more limited, I'm told now, in the 4-pound roast in the immediate ship, as well as December the 12th. I want you to be thinking about your freezer space and what you've got available. What needs to be eaten come Thanksgiving, and then what's available come Christmas? What space is available? That's where you're going to maybe think about either juggling some things around in the freezer or investing in an extra freezer. Right?
Yes, that's smart. That would be smart.
That's what makes it great.
Yeah.
Don't miss out on this opportunity, because what we've got for you is something that is incredible. There are prime ribs, and then there's Rastelli prime rib. This is aged. This is black Angus. This is gorgeous meat.
And It's easy. You know, people think about a prime rib. Think about the first experience you had when you went to that steakhouse, maybe with mom and dad, and you saw prime rib on the menu. And you were a bit scared of the price, but you know what? You got it, and it was incredible. And then you tried to duplicate that at home, and you couldn't, right? You couldn't because of a few things. It's not the right piece of meat, right? It's not the easy way to do. We provide everything in that box. If you have an oven that you can turn on, you can have this prime rib sitting on your table on the holiday.
And tender. I'm giggling because it's so good. Oh, my word.